A candidate's resume is not an accurate indicator of how well they are going to succeed or thrive in the role that you're interviewing for. A lot of times, you can have a candidate who has a great track record of the experience you're looking for, but might not actually have the capacity to thrive in the role. And what I mean by that is something that I have lived in my own life. When I was in high school, I was recruited to work as a teller at a credit union. And I got myself into a role within the finance world that dealt with people, money, details, process, back end type of things. And I worked there for 5 years. So I had 5 years of experience in a job that I did not love. I was good at it, but I wasn't great at it. I didn't thrive at it. I didn't find value and meaning in the work. It's just what I knew. And so I kept down on that path. And then from there, I went to work for another credit union. And then I went to work for a financial planning place. And because I'm a person who tries to do a good job at everything that I do, who shows up on time, who gets along with people because I have people skills, I did well in my roles. But I would sit there at my desk and feel like there was this aching hole in my life that said, I was made for more. This does not thrill me. I don't find passion in it. This doesn't challenge me. This doesn't fill my cup. And so going to work was something I did out of obligation, not because it was something I was excited to do or motivated to do or challenged by. And I think this describes 70% of people who work today. They're in the wrong role, in seats that don't align with their unique and natural gifting. I was at a point working for this financial planning company, and I remember sitting at my desk thinking, this is not what I want for my life. I want so much more than this. This is not who I want to be. I don't want to come to work and feel like my life is passing me by. And at the time, my husband had started a web development company, and it was growing, he was needing more help. And so we decided that I would quit my job and I would go and work with him. And for the first year of working with him, I stepped into what I knew, which was invoicing, spreadsheets, data, reports, the money and admin side of things. I was helping, but that was not my unique gifting. That was not the strengths that I had. And so business actually then got worse, and we got to a point where we needed to do something about it. We needed to make a change. And so as a last ditch effort, I stepped into the sales and marketing role, which was more people focused, networking focused, relationship building focused. And I got out there and I just started networking. I just started building relationships, asking questions, being interested in other people's story, and that turned our business around. We got more and more projects. And it sparked something inside of me where I realized, wow, I am genuinely enjoy this. I find meaning and passion in this. I love connecting with people. I love hearing people's stories. And I'm realizing that it's adding value to my business. And at that point, I was 28 years old when I, for the first time in my life, realized that I had spent the last 10 years of my life doing work that I was not uniquely gifted to do. And so it sparked in me this passion for unique gifting, for how are we designed and made up, what are our personalities, our strengths, our skill sets that we need to develop in order to add value and contribute in the way that we were designed to do. And I realized that when you can match a person's unique gifting and strengths with the role that they're able to be in their work, it completely changes everything. It changes the way that that person shows up, ready to work, enjoying work, being challenged by work, being developed by work, feeling meaning and purpose in what they're doing. And at the same time, it is adding tremendous value to the business that they're showing up and doing that in. So I could be in a role that I was not uniquely aligned with, and I could, with all the training, with all the effort, with everything that I had to give, I would hit a ceiling. I would hit a ceiling. But when you're in a role that aligns with your unique gifting, your unique capacity, you are able to far exceed, far add value, and you're good at it. You're great at it. There's an energy, there's a passion that comes out of that. And it's that collective ability of people being in the right roles that really add value to what they're able to bring to the table. That can change a business and it can change a person's life. And so instead of going to work and dreading it or tolerating it or surviving it or just accepting that work is just what it is and you're never really going to enjoy it, I truly believe that people can enjoy going to work. They can look forward to going to work. They can find meaning and purpose in going to work. And that's only going to happen though when they're in a role that's uniquely aligned with their giftings and they're working with people in an environment where they feel safe, they feel valued, they feel appreciated, they feel trusted, and collectively they're able to work towards the same goal, the same vision. Everyone's on the same page. We know what the outcome is that we're working towards, and we all work in similar styles. We share similar values and we understand the expectations that are set out. So in that interview process, it is important for a business to be able to ask questions that dive into a person's gifting, a person's potential, a person's capacity, not what they've done in the past, because they could be like me, where for 10 years they were in a role where that's just what they knew. And so they moved what they knew to what they knew to what they knew, instead of knowing what it was that they were able to bring to the table, looking for those roles. Sometimes as the business owner, it's important to be able to help your candidates figure out what it is that they're good at, and to say no. You are doing them a favor by saying no, by not putting them in a role that they will not enjoy, that they will not thrive at, because it plays out to where a year down the road, 2 years down the road, they leave anyway, or you have to let them go anyway because that passion isn't there, they don't thrive, they're not excellent. But when you can put the person who's going to be great at sales because they love people, they're not afraid, they're persistent, they have what it takes to just strike up a conversation with anyone, they have great follow-up, great follow-through, great communication, they're going to be amazing at sales. Versus having someone who's more reserved, who has more fear, who has more insecurity, who isn't going to be as persistent. And it's going to be like you're constantly going to be training this person and coaching this person and pushing this person to get it. And here's the thing, they might get it. They might get to the point where they're just like, they're hitting the goals, but man, it's like pulling teeth. It's just like, it's always going to be extra work and extra hard. But for the people who were born to do it, for the people who were created to do it, designed to do it, they're going to blow past those goals and they're going to have fun while they do it. And that is going to change your business. So when you can approach people with what do you have the capacity to do? What are you uniquely designed to do? It's going to change the way you look at people. It's going to change the way you look at the roles within your business. It's going to change the way you ask questions. And eventually, it's going to completely change the team that you have and what you're able to accomplish with your business.